Hey everyone, I'm Robert, and today I wanted to talk about how I became a runner. So, when I was a kid, I always liked to run around outside, like to play with friends, hide and go seek, tag, anything that involved running did not bother me one bit. I really enjoyed it. I always liked to be outside. It wasn't until high school when I really connected with running, and it really happened inadvertently. I didn't intend to. It wasn't my goal, it just kind of happened. It kind of, running really fell into my lap. When I was a freshman, on the second semester, I took this class, I think it was called Team Sports. Basically, the class was set up where 3 days a week, you'll play some random sports game, and then the other 2 days a week, you would have to run. And it would always be like some ridiculously short distance, like 2 laps around the track. Now, most of the students, they would just walk the entire thing, and so it would take up the entire period for them to do the 2 laps or 4 laps or however many laps it was. But I remember just having fun with it, and me and a friend of mine, we would go out there and we would do it. But then we wouldn't just like lollygag and just like walk the 2 laps like everybody else. We'd actually run it, and we got kind of in competition with each other, and so to see who can complete it fastest. And so we'd run around, and we'd be done in like 5 minutes, and then we have the rest of the class to like just sit there. And we would do that every week, basically. We just kind of just compete with each other and get it done with, and really just have a good time with it. So it turned out that my teacher for that class was the cross country coach. And so I remember about a month into the semester, he started approaching me. He would say, Robert, you got to come join cross country and run with us and run with the team. And I was always very hesitant. I was always like, no, I don't want to run with the team. I don't really like running that much. And I always really pushed it off. And every week he'd come up and talk to me about it, and he'd say, "Oh, you gotta join us. You'd be really great. All this." And every week I insisted that I didn't really like running. I insisted that I didn't want to be part of the team. And this went on for most of the semester. Then it came to be the end of the semester, and he came up to me one last time, was like, "Hey, how about you try running cross country with the team over the summer? And if you don't like it, you don't have to do it anymore." And I told him I'd think about it, and I gave it some thought, and I said, well, if I only have to do it over the summer and I don't have to do it any more than that, then that's fine. I'll try it just for the summer. So as that summer began, I got up every morning 6:30 so I could be ready to run by 7 o'clock. And I remember being pretty intimidated by all the other people on the team. I immediately assumed that every one of those runners was better than me because they're stronger, faster, older, you name it. I intentionally brought that to my attention so I didn't get ahead of myself and think that I was something that I wasn't, because I knew that I had a long way to go. I remember my first running experiences with the team, and it was really interesting because everybody was running in a group, and people were laughing, people were talking, they were having a good time. Nobody droned on about, oh, we have to run this far, or this sucks, I hate running. Nobody was like that. Everyone just wanted to be there, and everyone was excited, having a good time, and it would totally caught me off guard. As the summer went on, I began to enjoy it more and more. Now, by the time the school year came around again, I had already committed that, okay, I'm just going to do the summer, and that was it. I'm not going to do anything more than that. I don't want to do anything else. And so I didn't sign up for cross country. Well, as it turns out, after the first day of school, and the coach didn't see me at practice, he gave me a call. He said, Robert, why weren't you at practice today? And I was like, oh, well, I was only going to be there for summer, and I didn't really want to do it for the fall. But then after talking to him, I said, well, I guess I'll do it for the fall. And so the next day I went in and changed my schedule. Now I was enrolled in cross country, and I was doing it for the entire semester. As cross country went on, I found myself getting better and better and faster and stronger, and doing things that I didn't know that I could do. I didn't know that I could run a mile in less than 6 minutes. I couldn't believe it. And then I had the opportunity to race, and that was something that really that I really connected with, that I really felt strongly about. I always like to push my hardest and I don't like to lose. One of my favorite things to do during races would be obviously to pass people, but to pass people on the most difficult parts of the course. So for example, there may be a course with a massive hill in the middle of it. And for me, that's the time, that's the opportunity to really kick it into gear and really pass people. People would slow down on the hills, they're not strong enough, or the hills just aren't their strong point. Whereas me, I always worked hard on the hills. The hills were my favorite part. And so when other people would slow down, I would speed up. And for me, that was a real confidence booster for myself, because I could see, look at all these other people who are really having a hard time, and look at me, I can do this. And that was a really great thing about racing, is that it really showed me what I can do and how hard I can push my body. So by the time I finished my first season of cross country, I was pretty much hooked. There was nothing that you could do to change my mind. I was 100% into cross country running, and I have not looked back since. You just need a pair of shoes and you can do it. And so ever since high school and running on a team, I have been a runner, and that's how it came about. So that's how I became a runner. I want to hear about how you became a runner, or if you want to become a runner, what's holding you back, or where are you at in your running development? So let me know in the comments below. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you next time.